Welcome to today's live here on our YouTube channel. Hi you guys, my name is Jessie. I'm with Decker Truckline. I'm a recruiter here at Decker and just want to welcome you to our live event. This is every Tuesday at noon Central. We hop on, answer some questions, have a little bit of discussion, fill you in on some of the company policies, procedures, anything that's new, keeping you up to date with everything. What you're seeing right now, these are some of the pictures that have been shared with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DTL Inc. DTL Inc. So welcome. Amy, I don't know if you noticed, I got your pictures up there. I was a little late to the party yesterday with the pictures, but I got them. Corbin added a new one out at Sperry. John Hodges and his weapons of mass cleaning. Love those. Thomas Remington and his gorgeous pictures. Does a great job, doesn't he? Those are Amy's right there. So welcome to our live edition of our YouTube channel. Again, we do this every week on Tuesdays. Mondays we do it live on our Facebook channel, facebook.com/DTL Inc. And again, you can send me pictures and we'll be happy to share those too. We'd love to see the pictures, get us some of those trucks, some family pictures, kind of know what's going on with you and yours while you're out and about. So again, my name is Jessie. I'm with Decker Truckline. Between myself and Miss Anna, if you can say hi to Miss Anna there, she's already said hello to you. We'll be taking care of you, answering any questions that you might have. During this is a live Q&A. So this is an opportunity for you to ask questions to us. We're in the recruiting department, and we'd be happy to answer any of those questions regarding recruiting. Too many R's in that one for me. But we'll also answer questions, dive a little bit more, give it a little more depth, I guess, as well, whether it's benefits, kind of how operations works, things like that. We're going to answer as much as we can for you. But our discussion today is more around night ops. That doesn't mean you can't ask questions about other things. If you're wondering about the hiring areas, easiest thing for us is if you actually put on your zip code or in the chat or the comments there, either put your zip code or your city and state. And then we'll be able to tell you more specifics, what we have available out of your area to kind of give you more of those details. Sound good? All right, thumbs up. If you haven't already, please make sure that you follow us. Go ahead and subscribe, click that bell. You'll be notified every time we go live, every time we've got a video coming out. We do more lives and we do some of these pre-recorded videos, but we definitely have some of those pre-recorded trainings available to you as well in our plethora of videos that are out there. So let's dive in. We're going to talk about the night ops. Like I said, what are our night ops? Basically, it's our after hours. We'll give you details on the hours that they have. We'll give you details on some of the things that they do for us, do for each of our drivers, and kind of introduce you to a little bit of their responsibilities. So join us while we do that. But before we jump into that, I do have a couple of things to remind you. If you haven't already checked your emails, with all of our Decker communications, we do like to send them out in emails. Normally we'll have an update for you on Friday when it comes to the COVID-19. We want to make sure that you guys are well aware of everything that's going on here in the office, changes that have been implemented and whatnot, but also a lot of our communications come out on Friday through email. I'm hoping that is more of a, it's more convenient for you to get one email instead of multiple emails throughout the week for us just on some of these updates. So if that's good for you, let us know. That's what we want to hear. But with the COVID, just to give you an update on that, our COVID-19 update is we're kind of going along day by day on how we're addressing it, making sure that you guys are staying healthy, making sure that we're staying healthy here in-house so that we can support you out on the road. Constantly using the hand sanitizer. I don't know where I put it. Hand sanitizer, as well as the disinfectant wipes. If you need some of those, make sure that you get a hold of us at the terminal, get a hold of the shop. They'll be able to supply you with some of those. Also with the masks, if you haven't already seen some of those Decker masks, we've got some gorgeous ones out there. You can see some of those actually on our Facebook page. Some of our drivers and wives have posted their pictures, and also facebook.com/DTLink. If you aren't already not subscribed, but if you aren't part of our group, our Facebook group, you should definitely do that, because thankfully a lot of our drivers will kind of give you up-to-dates on things that they're hearing, truck stops that are requiring it, which, by the way, I believe is Love's now requiring face masks at all of their truck stops. And they're getting updates and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. It's trucker support for truck drivers. You can also get with some of our drivers at Decker Truckline Drivers, which is another group that we have available to you. Hey, Howard, Risky Red is on. All right, I love it when you can join us. Thanks you guys so much for being here. So that's the COVID-19 update. We are wearing masks. We are, of course, when you're at your desk, for those of you who are in-house, if you're at your desk or in your truck by yourself, we are not required to wear a mask, but it is obviously recommended when you're going out and about, and required at some of the locations. So make sure that you get a mask. If you haven't already gotten one from us, talk to the shop or talk to the terminals, and we'll make sure that we get them in hand. Got the Decker logo on them. Pretty sweet little masks that we've got there. What else? With the COVID-19, if you're feeling sick, make sure that you are that you relax for a while. If you need to get treated, get treated. If you need to go home because you're sick, obviously go home. If you're already at home before you head back on the road, you just need to communicate with your driver manager. Let us know where you're at, how you're feeling, so we know, obviously, not to give you a load when you aren't feeling well. But, first and foremost, it's important for you to be healthy, both at home and on the road. So we want to make sure that we're looking out for you as well as everybody in-house. Hey, Josh. Josh is in the house as well. Fantastic. So yes, that's important. I just wanted to share that with you a little bit. Again, that's our COVID-19 update that we have for you each week since this has all started. Also a reminder, when it comes to our services, our truck maintenance, truck and trailer maintenance for that matter, we know how important it is for you to get in and out. We need to get you in, we need to be able to take care of you, but some of the services do take a little bit longer than expected, especially if there's any extras that need to be taken care of. And if that's the case, just bear with us. We're doing our very best. The maintenance is asking you to bear with them. They're doing their very best to provide you with quality maintenance staff and get you in and out as much as possible. So on average, it takes about a little over 8 hours, almost 9 hours of labor for some of these, for the BPMs. The APMs, they're averaging right around 8 as well, maybe a little bit less. And again, it just depends. If with the personnel, if somebody's sick, then it could take obviously a little bit longer. I use that as an example, but haven't ran into that, which is good. We haven't had that issue. But sometimes, depending on how familiar they are with, the team is with certain aspects of, or certain needs for the maintenance, may take a little bit longer. It also could take a little bit longer because of getting some of the parts. If we didn't have the parts, or if something that's more extensive, then obviously the hours are going to take a little bit longer. The most important thing around that maintenance time schedule is that the communication is there between our fleet managers, our drivers, and our fleet managers and the shop, so that it's a seamless transition for you, getting you your load, making sure that customer service has got the load ready and waiting for you as soon as you are free to go, cleared off from the maintenance department. So again, if you have any questions on that, feel free to ask your fleet manager, but we just ask that you be patient with us and do your part in keeping the communication going. We will continue to try to do our part as well, and with our maintenance support and our fleet managers and our customer service working well together behind the scenes so that it makes a smooth transition for you. So just a reminder in that. Also, because this week we're focusing more on the tires, safety-wise, that's our safety message for the week, is the tires. Then we want to make sure that you're checking those. You've got your pre-trip, your post-trip Josh, was it you that mentioned something in the group this morning about your pre-trip, post-trip? Wasn't the tires necessarily, but picking up something from the pre-trip that you didn't know, any issues that you may have had. Always taking a look at that. Josh says, if hand sanitizers say FDA approved, don't use it. Why do you say that? Fill me in on that. It should be a minimum of 68%, I believe, for the alcohol content. I was trying to see where my hand sanitizer was. Usually keep it there. Fill me in on that one. I'd like to know. But yeah, if you need, speaking of hand sanitizers, if you need them, don't forget to talk to the shop or one of the terminals. But tires, tire care, it's extremely important, very crucial. You need to make sure that you're doing your proper pre-trip and post-trip. And if you find any issues, like it was you, right, Josh, that was in the Facebook group this morning. If you find any issues, make sure that you contact maintenance, contact your fleet manager, so that we can take care of those. We want minimal downtime for you. But the tire care is crucial to the performance, obviously the operation of the truck and the trailers themselves. So, and those are really, those are your safety net, making sure that you have good tires to get you through. So report any of those issues. Always check the tire pressure. Always check tire pressure on your pre-trip and post-trip. Make sure that you're checking for cracks or gouges, tread wear, anything like that, obviously, before your trips. And then that way we can repair and replace it if they're not meeting the FMCSA standards. All right. Fun fact, I didn't know this. Make sure I didn't miss. So, fun fact, I didn't know this. A gator is a term that's used to describe a tread that is separated from heavy truck tires. And it resembles an alligator on the roadway. Did you guys know that? A gator? I didn't know that. I guess I had heard it, but I didn't really put it together. Anna, did you know that? The gator is a term used to describe the tread that has been pulled away from the tire. I don't know. I didn't know that. Okay, so which company holds the Guinness World Record for producing the most tires each year? Okay, I'm going to leave that open. I'm not going to answer it right now. But at the end, I'm going to tell you. Anna, don't let me forget. I'll leave you guys all hanging. No. I'm going to tell you. But I'd like to... This surprises the bejeebers out of me. Okay, you got me. Awesome. You knew that gator one? Of course you did. You're so clever. I get all my news from her. All my jokes, at least, which I can't share because I can never remember them. All right, so let me know at the end. Answer it in the chat. I'm cool with that. But at the end of today's live, I will be happy to share with you what company produces the most tires. Too funny. All right, shall we? Did you guys know that the bonuses are out for what? Bonuses are out for June. To get paid on the bonuses usually around the 15th of the month. It's usually the third pay period of the month. But the scorecard bonuses are out, and as a reminder, the scorecard bonuses are they're weighed on 7 different criteria. So scorecard bonus is an extra 4 cents a mile for the company drivers, an extra 3 cents a mile, or up to an extra 4 and an extra 3, but an extra 3 for the lease purchase and the owner operators. With the criteria, you've got company-wise, the idle time and fuel efficiency, very important. Those are not figured in on our owner operators and lease purchase, but I can tell you right now, if you don't have a good handle on these, you're probably not going to be successful as a lease purchase individual. I'll tell you that from story after story from those in the lease purchase. Those of you, and I use Sean as an example. Sean was our lease purchase driver of the year for 2019. But just his words are embedded in my head. If you cannot get a good handle on the fuel efficiency and on your idle time, you will not be successful in the lease purchase. And so I hold that dear. But those two things are the criteria, are 2 of the 7 criteria for the scorecard bonus in the company side. Lease purchase, it's not the criteria, but flat out get a good handle on it because it will make or break you. Now the other 5 that are similar between both the company side and the lease purchase and owner operator, those are going to be your miles, your CSA points, preventable accidents, driver service failures or on-time delivery, and what else did I not say? Claims. Claims is the other one. Those are all going to be factors in the scorecard bonus. So the scorecard bonus, again, for the lease purchase can be an extra 3 cents a mile. For the company, it's an extra 4. I got sidetracked because I see Anna's question here. What was the average bonus paid out? Well, the average bonus paid out, let's see, you might have just already gotten the message here, but average bonus paid out for our owner operators in the scorecard was about $274. $274 for our owner operators. For our company drivers, average payout was about $240 as well. No way, right on the dot? Nope, little bit. 274 for our owner operators and about 240 for our company drivers was the average payout. Love to see some of these numbers going up, you guys. We've got bonuses that we want to pay. So let's see some performance, right? We do have several that have had 1,000 points. That's what you can get with those 7 criteria. You have up to 1,000 points that you can get. And if you get 1,000 points, that's a full 4 cents a mile bonus. Now, if you got between 825 and 900 or 825 to 899, you'll get a penny per mile on all the miles that you ran. Now, so that's for the month of June. So from June 1st to the end of June, if any miles that you completed by then, which means that load has to be completed. If you don't complete the load till the 1st, then those last miles are actually going to go on your July's monthly or July mileage. Yeah, miles account. There you go. The 2 cents a mile you get for 900 to 949 points. From 950 to 999, you're going to get an extra 3 cents a mile. And again, that's a full 4 cents a mile bonus for those who have the perfect score of 1,000. Anna, you can't be telling the bonuses yet. No, I'm just joking. Okay, everybody see that on the screen? I'm just joking out. The scorecard bonus was over 50,000 for our company drivers. Love to see that. That's actually not as much as we saw last month. So, and we want to go the other direction. So let's see if we can get 60 to 70,000 paid out for the month of July. We're on day 21, but yeah, we still have time. Get those miles in. Get your idle time hankered down. If you guys have questions on that, by the way, we do have people who can help. If you're wondering, why am I only getting 830 points for, well, you're not going to get 830. It just doesn't work that way. But why am I only getting 825 points? Or why am I only getting 850 points for my scorecard? I should be getting more than that. What am I struggling with? If you have questions on that, ask your fleet manager. Allow them to help. More than willing to coach you. Yeah. Anna, I was kidding. You could put that on there. Giving her a hard time. Okay. I gotta be nice because she takes good care of us. So yeah, they're a fantastic support group for you, and we want to see these payouts be more and more. The higher we see these payouts for bonuses, that means the better we are at our mileage, our on-time delivery, our CSA points, all together as a team, as a fleet, as a company. So it's not just the individuals that we see succeed. We like to see the team succeed as well, and vice versa. As the team succeeds, that means more individuals are, and we love to see that. So again, $50,838.58. That was the total bonus for the scorecard alone for our team driver, or excuse me, for our company drivers. Now for the owner operators and lease purchase, we paid about $7,100 for the owner operator scorecard bonus. But there's more. We do more bonuses than just the scorecard. Yes, $74,000 was paid out altogether with bonuses, actually over $74,000. So we've got the Smart Drive bonus for our company drivers, which, as a reminder, our Smart Drive bonus is, it's based off of our Smart Drive system, which is our safety, one of our safety features that are in the truck. Yes, we do have inward and outward facing event recorders. That's part of the Smart Drive, but also following distance, speed gauge, lane changing. Those are all, what do I want to say? Not criteria, but more indicators that are on the Smart Drive system. So if you have questions about that, the man to go to is Patrice. He is the man that knows it all. So he's the one that you want to talk to. And he'll answer those questions. And yes, your fleet managers can too, but Patrice, he is definitely the go-to on that one. Risky Red says, you changed your name, Howard. Risky Red, all Decker drivers should get 5 cents per mile raise for the next month. Dang right. Let's see that with these bonuses. Yep. A rise in, what did I just do to my screen here? A rise in bonuses for 2020. Let's see them. So the Smart Drive bonus, like I said, that can be an extra penny per mile. And for our company drivers, we paid out almost, not quite, $16,000 in the Smart Drive bonus alone. Again, that's just 1 penny per mile. And in order to qualify for the Smart Drive bonus, you have to have a minimum of, or 20 points or below. And we love to see those 0 points for the Smart Drive, but 20 points or below is going to get you that penny per mile for the Smart Drive. Now our owner operators lease purchase, that we paid out about $540, just under $540 for that Smart Drive bonus. So we had 5 owner operators on that, and company drivers we had about 173 for the Smart Drive. Not too shabby though. That's a lot of money divided about between all of them, which was about $91. No bonus. Oh, Howard says no bonus. Just the raise. Well, always looking for options and always looking for opportunities. Doesn't mean we can't bring it up, right? All right. Josh says, how many perfect scores? Let me see. Perfect scores. I gotta count. Well, let's count. You count while I read. Okay? Robert Anderson, Kevin Blevins, Vicky Bowling, Benedict Boston, Frank Brandon, Ronald Birkin, Eric Christofferson, John Clabo, John Cullen, Troy Zeck, Lydia Dietrich, Karwoski Dukes, Nathan Eckhoff, Antonio Fernandez, Charles Gahn, Kirby Goose, Damian Guthrie, Ken Halen, Chad Hazelton, John Jablanc, Dale Lehman, Nikki, all right, McClendon, Brent McKay, Thomas Melton, Greg Narcisco, Alyssa Armand, Todd Overson. Are you counting? Josh, are you counting? All right. Where am I at? Alina Penusco, Victor Penescu. I am struggling with names. Michael Perryman, Derek Potter, Michael Reed, Jacob Royal, David Rolstead, James Scott, Brian Stockdale, excuse me, sorry Brian, Daniel Sturr, Anthony Vasquez, James Wise, Demetrius Anthony, Jerry Arthur Jr., Jamie Bean, William Bird, Gregory Coleman, Joshua Diggs, Joshua's one that I was asking, Lee Harsvigson, Christopher Gerard, Meshach Little, Robert Maxey, Michael Mertz, Timothy Olden, Felix Perez Santiago, Fitzgerald Roberts Jr., Thomas Remington, William Statz, Devin Stokes, and Sean Swallows. There we go. You get them? Risky Red. So Howard says, perfect score means turning off your truck when you stop at each light. I don't know, but I think that a lot of them do that. I am not positive, but I do think that a lot of them do that. You're exactly right. Yep. Yep. Yeah, that does count, especially in some of those hot ones. Good point. All right. So yeah, congratulations to all of you who had, how many was that, Josh? Did you count? Anna, did you count? 57 drivers. Woohoo! I knew somebody was counting. I didn't want to sit here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was going to if I had to. 57 drivers with the perfect score. Now that is a combination of our company and our owner-operator. Owner-operator is lease purchase guys as well. That's not too shabby. 57? Yeah. So congratulations to all of you who scored well on the scorecard bonus and the Smart Drive. All right. So let's dive in. I know I'm a little late to get into the topic today, but we definitely had some things we wanted to go over and address. But let's talk a little bit about our night operations. Are you guys familiar with night ops? What that's all about? Yeah? Yay, nay? So Josh says 59. Who counted wrong? Well, I didn't count, so I really don't know. Anna wants to know if you counted yourself twice, Josh. I would have... I didn't count. I have no idea. I gotta side on Anna's just because if you were counting based off of my of me saying everybody's names correctly. That's pretty good though. All right, okay. So how many of you are familiar with night operations? What that's all about when it transfers over? Night ops is like basically your everything. Like they do a little bit of everything. They're your go-to when you can't read, especially after hours, obviously. They usually come in at about 4 p.m. Central Time. And they're preparing themselves to just kind of dive in to full bore at between 5 and 7 is their busiest time. So 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you're not getting a hold of anybody when you dial 515-576-4141, it's probably because they're busy on the phone taking care of some issues, taking care of some needs of our drivers. And that just means keep calling. Keep trying. They're going to do their best to take good care of you. But 5 to 7 is definitely their peak time for busyness. And that's why they come in a little bit early just to kind of get up to speed on what's going on, if there's any issues that they're going to need to be taken care of or any needs that they need to make sure that are met for the evening. Maybe somebody needs a ride somewhere, if their truck's getting worked on, or they just need to go grab something to eat and they need a ride, they're making themselves available for it. Also helping if there was an accident, they're stepping in on that. They're wearing a lot of hats, but that doesn't mean that they do everything. They just try to help with everything. So they want to, I think Juan is the one that said we want to be everything for our drivers. So whether you need to call in, you need to vent, you need some support that way, or you just need some guidance in how to get to a place, you need some help with finding a trailer washout, or knowing what the temperature of the trailer is supposed to be, or something like that, finding a route. Those are all things that they can help with, and we'll dive into more specifics on what they can help with as well. But that is our night operations. Night operations, again, it starts at 5 p.m. Everything, all of our phone lines roll over to them at 5 p.m. and they're there until, about 7 to 8 p.m. Is when they're there, 7 to 8 p.m. And there you go. Josh says, I have my boots on, so I might have counted wrong. That gets me too. Trucking with Corbin. Corbin Wade. Hello, sir, from Winona, Minnesota. I almost said that wrong. So, hey, Corbin. Got a few pictures from Corbin if you guys didn't see him earlier today. We'll show him again here in a little bit. But yes, diving into our night operations. So 5 to 7 p.m. is the busiest hours for night operations, but they do start at 5. They go to about 7 to 8 a.m. The next morning. They're also there 24 hours on the weekend, so you've got full coverage. When you're coming to Decker, you're not coming somewhere where the office people they disappear at 5 o'clock and you can't get anything done until next Monday. That is not how it works here. We are there 24/7. We've got somebody there to support you. You are not on your own, and that is flat out it. We are there to take care of you. If night ops cannot take care of it themselves, they will contact somebody to help make it work. So you are not stranded. You are not on your own until Monday. We will be there to help you out. So some of the things that night operations do all together. Hang on one sec. So what are the things that night ops do? Like, what are their main things? Well, they're helping to trip plan. So hours of service is one of their main questions that they get answered. And so if you're wondering, okay, so how does the 8 and 2 split? How can I work the 8 and 2? Well, if you're going to take a 30-minute, take the 30-minute after the 3-hour mark, but before the 8-hour. Otherwise, you're going to have to do another one after. If you take the 30-minute before the third hour, then you're going to have to take 2. But anyways, you've got the 8 and 2 split. You've got them. They're there to help guide you through your hours and make sure that you're planning your trip well. You're taking the breaks when you need to. You're maximizing your hours for in order to gain the best mileage. They'll work with the shippers, the consignees, the brokers, and other drivers. So say your fleet manager has arranged a T-call or a swap, and they're going to have you make that swap. Well, they're talking to the other drivers, helping to make those arrangements with you. If you are trying to deliver early, they're talking to the consignees, the brokers, making sure that that's an option for you, letting them know where that trailer is going to be. They handle fuel cards, comm checks. They work with fleet managers, like I said, and they're going to work with the other support staff. So if you are needing to get your truck in for maintenance or you have an issue, they're going to help get you past that. They're going to help you find trailer washouts, which sometimes that is a tough one. So they're there to help you find that, kind of give you the directions to get over there. If they've got to go old school and bring out the old Rand McNally Atlas, then they're going to do that. But they're going to be there to help you find those. They're going to assist with fuel solutions, which, remember, the fuel solutions are vital when it comes to getting those bonuses, and very vital for our lease purchase and owner operator people, because they do pretty much everything. Trucking with Corbin says they do everything. Pretty much they do everything. How many of you have had to work with night ops, and have they saved the day for you? I'm sure a lot of you, actually. Some of you might even call to just chit chat and vent. And if you do that, that's totally fine. They do enjoy visiting with you. But if they are trying to take care of a need of somebody else, they might make the conversation go a little bit faster than normal, because they need to take care of their needs, the other driver's needs as well. So if they're kind of hurrying along with the conversation, don't feel offended. Please don't feel offended. They love you. They just need to make sure that they take care of needs that need to be met. So also, they're providing you the essential documents for your load. So the paperwork that you need, guiding you through the TransFlow app if need be. Again, assisting directions, helping with the hours of service, parking. Really, they're going to support you with any of the aspects of the trip itself. They are there, like Corbin says, pretty much anything. What's an Atlas? Well, let me tell you. Corbin, I tell you what, I'm going to get this out for you. No. We'll have Tanner get it out for our orientation. You go over there and Or Elaine, we'll have Elaine show you how to do it. Yes, and I know a lot of you don't use the atlases, but that's okay. That's why we have the Omnitracs, the navigation, and stuff there for you. And that's why we have our after hours to take good care of you. That's right. It takes me forever. I use an atlas because I'm not smart enough to use the navigation. That's true. I struggle with navigation. Josh says, night ops is top notch. Dang rights they are. I'm going to share that with them. They'll be happy to hear that. Hey, Corbin, I don't know if you heard my question earlier. Any of you who have just popped on since I had my question, which, by the way, I'll answer later on, but I really want to know if anybody knows this. Have any of you guys heard who has the world record, Guinness World Record, there we go, for making the most tires each year? I love this, so I'd be surprised if you guys know this. Corbin says I use 3 GPSs plus my atlas. All right, that's way more than I would have guessed. I do know a few of you who have two GPSs that you use, but I'm not. Corbin, you're the first one that I've ever been told has 3 GPSs plus the atlas. Anna says Goodyear. It is not Goodyear. It is not Goodyear. So who holds the Guinness Book? Yeah. World record. Who holds the Tonka truck? Nope, not Tonka truck. Who holds the world record for making the most tires in a year? Corbin says, ugh, nope, my guess is Goodyear. Nope. Oh, my cheeks hurt from laughing. I just think it's funny. I wish Stephen Ferreira was on this one. I'm wondering if he would get it. Okay, Josh says Bridgestone. Nope, not Bridgestone. Keep guessing, you guys. This is fun for me because I know the answer. All right, what they don't do, what night operations do not do, they don't handle payroll questions. Your payroll questions need to go to your fleet manager so that we can take care of those for you. They don't issue advances. Same thing, you need to go directly to your fleet manager for that. So if you need it in advance over the weekend, you need to talk to your fleet manager Thursday or Friday so that you can have that. And as a reminder, you do get paid every Friday, direct deposit. You just need to get your paperwork in by Sunday night to get paid that Friday for it. So all loads completed by Friday night get paid. All loads completed by Sunday night get paid Friday. There we go. They don't approve truck washes. Yes, they will help you find trailer washouts, but they don't approve truck washes. They don't plan your assignments. Your fleet manager does that, and that information is then available to the after hours, the night operations. But by the way, night operations, after hours, interchangeable. There you go. They're the same thing. They don't determine detention and layover. So all of those expenses, those extras, detention, layover, payroll advances, truck washes, the assignments, those are things that they don't do. That's not their responsibility. That's not something that they can help you out with. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that they can't pass that information on to your fleet manager so that they're aware of it come Monday morning. Now, again, that being said, the message board really that they're working, or the messages that they're providing, those are going across the whole fleet. So they're handling everybody, and it's just, 2 people at a time, basically, handling all of these. So again, if the messages seem to be short, or the communication seems to be short, don't worry, they still love you. They got to take care of when the time sensitive, so time sensitive things have to come first. That means if you're calling between 5 and 7 p.m. and they're kind of moving a little bit fast, you can hear it in their voice, well, call back a little bit later and they can give you a little bit more time. Give, more one-on-one for you. 5 to 7 is definitely, Central Time is definitely their busiest time. A lot of fast-paced moving on that one. And their direct number, one more time, is 515-576-4141. Corbin says, Caterpillar? Nope. Josh says, can you guys can lease guys get truck washes? Definitely in the terminals, yes. At all of our terminals you can get truck washes. When it comes to out on the road, I don't believe we do any for the lease purchase. Not Yamaha. Nope. Not Firestone. Nope. Josh, let me get back to you on that one, okay? Let me make a note. Lease purchase. Truck wash. Yeah, I'll have to find out for that. I don't know. Good question. If any of our lease purchase drivers that are on know the answer, could you go ahead and answer them? Otherwise, I will get back to you on that one so that we know for sure. All right, keep the guessing. Trekking the carpet. I'm not telling you yet. You have to hold on. Just wait for it. No. As a reminder, when it comes to the night ops or the after hours, when you're providing them information, or if you need help with something, the information you have to provide them, they need to know who they're talking to. So what's your name? What's your truck number? That's a given. They've got to know that before they can get you your load information, help map out something, or know what your hours of service are. They need to know your name and truck number so they can go ahead and get things started. So introduce yourself when you talk to them. I wouldn't be surprised if they recognize your voice. You know, some of you, they might very well recognize your voice. There's definitely some that I am that way with. But Schwinn, not Schwinn. I like that guess, though. That's a good guess, Miss Anna. Temperatures on the bill. Whatever the temperature on the bill states is what the reefer unit has to be set at. So set the temperature with whatever it is on the bill. Always do that. All right. If you have any questions, contact your fleet manager, but set it as the bill states. Okay. Let them know what trailer you've got, what trailer number you have, and what the temp is on the bill, and that it's set at that. Corbin says, I know. Thanks, Google. Oh, dang nabbit, you cheater. All right. What is it, Corbin? Fill us in. He Googled it. He cheated. Okay, Corbin, who holds the Guinness Book of World Record for making the most tires each year? See if he's going to answer it. I can't believe you Googled it. You cheated. I would have done the same thing. Shh, I would have. Also, as a reminder, I was talking to... Corbin says, yes, I needed to know. Yeah, so I talked to Night Ops. One thing that they reminded us, and they don't really tell people about this, we fail to tell people about this, but it is available, is the rec center in Fort Dodge. Now, I know a lot of you guys need to go out, stretch your legs. We all want to do that. Go out and stretch your legs. And so the rec center in Fort Dodge does provide free passes to our drivers. So if you need a ride over to go to the rec center, they are available. Let us know. But don't forget, you've got free passes when you come into Fort Dodge. Corbin says it. Lego. They are the ones who have the hold the record for making the most tires. Isn't that hilarious? I would never have guessed. I know, great answer, right? Oh, that one killed me. I love it. So when you Googled it, did you get pictures of Lego tires? I'm curious. How many of you actually Googled it before I said it? Who holds the... I'm going to Google it right now. See what they say. Lego. The largest tire manufacturer per year goes to Lego. Honor was bestowed on them in 2012. The huge amount of tires created every year is because nearly half of all Lego sets include wheels of some sort. That wasn't always the case, though. There we go. I wonder if they're checking the tread. If they see any alligator or any gators. I didn't know that gators... I shouldn't admit my I should admit all the things I don't know here. But yeah, so I didn't know that gators referred to the tread that separated from the tire. And I think actually I should have, because I'm pretty sure somebody told me not too long ago, but I didn't realize that. Anyways, 318 million tires annually is what Lego makes. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Nope. 318 million. Wowzers. All right. So I was long-winded today, but I still wanted to tell you a little bit about what we've got available. If you guys have questions on what's available for driving positions, feel free to put your zip code in. Let's answer it for you. But yes, we have Midwest refrigerated, we have Midwest van, we have Midwest flatbed, we have over-the-road refrigerated as well. Those all require a minimum of 9 months of tractor trailer experience. And of course, clean driving record. So no major moving violations, no DOT reportable accidents, preventable of course, in the last 3 years. No felonies or misdemeanors that are recent or what else? DUIs, DWIs, those all have to be at the very minimum 3 years, 5 years if it was in a commercial. Corbin says Lego only has gators after you step on them. I know, and unfortunately I step on them a lot. Legos are evil. If none of you know that. Anybody with kids or who is a Lego fan knows that that is awful. So yes, we have over-the-road refrigerated out of Missoula, Montana. We have options in Missoula. We have options in the Kennewick, like the Pasco, the Tri-Cities area in Washington, Pasco, Kennewick, Richland, and Seattle, that's another location where we can get you home about every 7 to 10 days. And if you live in Montana, you can just leave the tractor and trailer in Missoula on your home time, and we can get you home every 7 to 10 days. Otherwise, 2 to 3 weeks out in our Western refrigerated division. 2 to 3 weeks out, it's coast to coast. Most of it is going to be west of the Mississippi. Great miles, good pay. You guys are going to see a consistent pay every week. You're going to see great miles. So if you guys have questions with that, let me know. Yes, so Anna went ahead and answered some of this. So our hiring areas for the Western Division right now, lots of the Washington area, basically Portland up to Seattle, Seattle over to Spokane, over to Missoula. Idaho Falls, I believe, is another one. What do we have? Las Vegas, Nevada, Reno, Nevada, Phoenix, Arizona, Denver, Colorado, Salt Lake City, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Am I missing anything there? I think I'm sitting pretty good with hiring areas there. Of course, if you're in the Midwest and you want to run the Western Division, you can still do that. It's over the road. You're kind of overlapping miles there. So if you're in the Midwest and you want to run coast to coast, you'd be part of the Missoula terminal as well. It's just, getting you home about every 2 to 3 weeks in that case. If you have any questions, this is the number to call, 888-668-0698, right there. Or apply online at drivedecker.com. drivedecker.com. So our Midwest refrigerated, you've got options. You've got home time options in some of the locations, especially in Iowa, parts of Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota. You've got home time options. You've got pay options. You've got guaranteed pay as well. In our Midwest flatbed position, you also have guaranteed pay options and home time options. Corbin says Western 11 is gross. It is not a dedicated Western 11. Risky Red says, so Howard says, can you see if the company can start letting us wash our trucks more than once a month? I've been paying for truck washes at least 3 times a week. It's adding up. Whoa, 3 times a week, trying to keep the company image. Howard, we appreciate that. The best thing to do is to send your receipts in, and we can try and get more of those covered for you. Send those receipts in, and if you contact them, we can try and get some of those covered for you. But yeah, that's it is usually once a month, but we do appreciate you taking the initiative to keep those trucks good looking. Let me see here. I was just gonna look for you. Nope. I think Bruce is the one I want to talk to. I was just trying to see, but Bruce is the one that you're going to want to send that over to. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what his extension is. I believe it is 2160, 2180. Corbin says, join the flatbed side, the elite fleet. Howard says, no, not going to happen. It makes me think of Star Wars. Corbin, you make me think of that. Yeah. Okay. But Howard, yes, I would suggest sending it over to Bruce to see what he can make work. It's the best way to go about that. And thank you for taking care of your equipment. I appreciate that. All right, so we have van. I don't think I mentioned that yet. So we have our van division, which runs mostly along I-80 from Lincoln, Nebraska to Gary, Indiana. For the most part along I-80. That's our hiring area for it. It runs more of the Midwest, and it's semi-dedicated, so you're initially coming out from the plants hauling pet supplies, but on your back hauls it could be a variety of different customers for us, but it is dry van. And then we have the Atlanta, Hartwell area, Georgia, Georgia areas, Anderson, South Carolina, those areas as well for our dry van. Same thing, semi-dedicated. The only difference is that your home time is about every 2 weeks instead of on a weekly basis. In the Midwest, it's weekly basis. Howard says, I drove flatbed for 9 years. Josh says, don't get no better than flatbed. Got a lot of flatbedders on today, huh? Bruce try that will not happen. All right, that was my best guess on that one. However, I will definitely bring that up in our communications meeting on Thursday as well. So, truck washes. More than monthly. All right, I need to be able to write faster. All right, Howard, I will let you know. Write your name here. And this was a Josh question. You betcha. Thanks for asking. I know what you meant. All right. Our over-the-road flatbed division based out of Bessemer, Alabama. We also have that. If you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, if you live in Georgia north of 20 or Alabama north of 20, in those 3 locations, we can actually get you home on a weekly basis. But everywhere else in the over-the-road flatbed division, it's at least 2 weeks out, usually coming in every other weekend, and pays up to 54 cents a mile. Does require 1 year of flatbed experience. So that's the difference between the other divisions that I mentioned. This one does require a year of flatbed experience. Same with the local position that's based out of Bessemer, require 1 year of flatbed. Especially if you have coil experience, that is awesome. Then let us know. 888-668-0698. This one, there we go. My fingers, there we go. 888-668-0698. Or apply online at drivedecker.com. All right, don't forget on Thursday, I know I'm coming down to the hour here for you guys, but don't forget on Thursday we do have a new podcast coming out, so don't miss it. I was trying to remember what it is, what the subject is, but I can't remember. Last week was AC, who out of our Bessemer, Alabama terminal. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to that, you should. And if you have any questions, Howard and Josh, that would be another one too with the truck washes. If you have any questions that you'd like answered on the podcast, remember Darren's the one that is hosting the podcast, but we get several different guest hosts, guest hosts, and you can just ask the question at podcast@deckermail.com. So again, podcast@deckermail.com, and you can either do a voice message or you can just type the message over. But if you do a voice message, which I highly encourage because then we can play your voice on the podcast. I like that. Corbin says, getting an extra truck wash won't happen. It used to wash once a week with TMC. Once it won't happen. Yeah, I was wondering. We used to be every 3 weeks that we did it. But Anna says the Tifton dedicated position, we do need 2 drivers. That is exactly right. That one's a guaranteed pay of $750 a week. It's home multiple times throughout the week. It's not necessarily every day or every other day because it's kind of like our short haul position out of the Midwest for our flatbed, only because it's in more of a regional position, but it's not dedicated, a dedicated lane each time. So you're running out of the Tifton, Georgia plant. By the way, it's Conestoga trailers, but we do require that you have flatbed experience. That one's going to get you home multiple times a week, and it's usually South Carolina, Georgia, northern Florida, and some Alabama. Those are usually the running lanes for that one. So if you have questions, call us at 888-668-0698 for more of that. All right. Well, Corbin says, I want to be the next guest. Do it. Then send a message to podcast@deckermail.com. And I'll even tell Darren to allow you to say that Flatbed is the elite fleet, because I know you want to. Yep. Cool. All right, you guys, I will see you next Monday here live. Well, you'll see me at least. Next Monday at 4 p.m. Central, and we'll be on our YouTube on Tuesday at noon Central. Sound good? All right. So make sure that if you have pictures, and thank you for those of you who have shared them, if you have pictures, to send them over to facebook.com/DTLinc, and that way we can share them. Also, if you have questions for the podcast or for me here, you can send them to podcast@deckermail.com or send them to me at jbutler@deckermail.com or the Facebook, whatever works best for you. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I look forward to visiting with you. And again, if you need anything, please give us a call. Anna, thank you so much. She just wanted to say a special thanks to Night Operations. Again, if you need to contact them, their number is 515-576-4141. And Josh, I will definitely give you a call or give your message over to Night Ops, letting them know that that they're awesome, that you appreciate them. And you guys, if you get a moment to let them know that you appreciate them, I would appreciate that. So that'd be fantastic. Thanks so much. You guys have a great rest of your week.